How's it going, Biz Hackers? Hope all is going well. I just wanted to record this video that I told you I would do yesterday about how to decide on what venture to take part in. There are a lot of business ideas out there. There are a lot of ideas that you may have. And for most people, the hardest part is figuring out what to do, what's worth spending your time on, what isn't, and how to decide, how to calculate that. So we're trying to mitigate as much risk as possible because we don't want to put money or time, especially time, into anything that we aren't sure of or that we don't totally understand. A lot of the biggest mistakes that people do are get into businesses that they don't fully understand before they get into it, and then they run into big problems. So the first point I wanted to make is that if you're going to choose a venture, just make sure that you are not the pioneer in that venture. What I mean by that, and some people may disagree with me on this point, but what I mean by that is if you've invented some kind of floating pillow or flying backpack or something like that, that's cool. It's all great. But because it's not a proven venture, and by proven, I mean shown that it will make income, there is a demand for it, I would never get into it. I feel like I'm a very conservative business person, so I won't. The only way that I'll get into adventure is if I've seen that opportunity or that business succeed time and time again. It can be a new venture, but as soon as I see enough success in it, then it'll make it a lot better for me to take that risk, because to me that risk comes way down when you see a lot of people doing something and succeeding in it, making a really good income from it, but also a few other things need to be in place as well. For me, one is time. Time is very important. Nobody wants to make $500,000 in the year but never see their family and work 7 days a week and work 14 hours a day. It's just not worth it. I've always believed that time is way more important than money, because you can do multiple ventures if you have a lot of time. But if you have no time and you're only spending it on one venture, you're out of luck. That's it. If that does well, great. If it doesn't, then you're out of luck. So after time, you also got to look at the income, right? The income has to be enough to justify the time spent away from family to work on a venture. So again, it needs to be proven, and proven multiple times over a long period of time. For me, if I see something working for like a year and a half, 2 years, depending on what you're getting into, that's enough time for me to see that something's great. The last thing though, and this is something I think a lot of people fail to look into when they're looking into a venture, is lifestyle. Having a lot of time is great. Having a lot of money is great. But if the lifestyle that's produced by that venture is not a lifestyle that you want, you will be miserable. I don't care how much you make. I don't care how much time you have or don't have. If the lifestyle, isn't what you want. And I'll give you an example. If I'm married with 5 children, I more than likely will not start a business where I am the head of a bunch of rave parties where I have to go and there's people doing a lot of crazy things that single people do, but I'm here, this dad of 5 in the middle of this business that does really well, but the lifestyle just doesn't fit where I'm at in life or who I am and what I'm about. So lifestyle is very important. If you find someone that's very successful in a venture that's proven, that gives you time with your family, that gives you the income that you want, and the lifestyle that's produced by that venture allows you to do the things that you want to do because you've seen someone else doing those things and having the time and the money to do those things, then you know you have a good venture. Then the risk goes from here all the way down, and you can say, hey, this is worth my time and worth money to put into this, to push it, because there's very little risk in here for me because I know it's going to succeed. Obviously, you have to work. You have to have a great work ethic, so don't forget that. But those proven gives you the time, the income that you want, and more importantly, the lifestyle that you want. So I wanted to give you some quick examples of my background. I've been a part of a lot of different businesses, started a lot, had a lot that worked, had some that didn't. Never had one, fortunately, that lost a lot of money. But in the end, I've learned through the whole process that in business, all the processes are pretty similar. So you can sell socks or sell balloons, and it's kind of the same process. But you'd probably rather sell Stance socks because you can sell them for more than balloons, right? So a lot of times the venture is just deciding, which one works better for you, has the best margins and all and whatnot. So one of the first big businesses that I got into was a property management company, residential and commercial, out in Washington, D.C. and Maryland. And the only reason I got into that was because I saw multiple people succeed at it, multiple people make enough income to earn time with their family, and their lifestyle was pretty good. Probably not the best. Like, it wasn't something that I saw being the end all, but it was enough for me at the time to want to do it. So I went and I did it. And that one did well. I ended up selling that business for multiple six figures. And after that business was over, I took that money and put it into another venture, same thing, that was proven, gave me time and income. Back in 2011, I was approached by an entertainment type business, and they asked me for money, saying, "Hey, do you want to invest in this? We're going to do this, this, and this." At the time, it was a new idea to me. I'd never heard about it before. It wasn't proven, so I had no idea the time, income, lifestyle that it was going to produce. So I said no. I didn't even think about it. I said no, I don't know anything about it. Fast forward 2 years after I turned down that opportunity, there were multiple people succeeding in that industry and making a lot of money, having a lot of free time with their family, and living a lifestyle that for me was a goal. Like, I really liked the way that things were going there, and one of them happened to be one of my best friends that was in that industry. And I came back and said, "Hey, now I want to do it because it's proven." So anyhow, I took the money from that venture, put it into this next one, and shortly after that, we built that business for about 2 to 3 years, and we sold it for 8 figures. And it was way more than an aha moment. I already knew business processes, management, and all of that. And again, whether I'm dealing in real estate or something else, or the entertainment industry, a lot of the processes were the same. But that venture worked because it was proven. I saw what it was making. A lot of other people were very scared to jump into it, but because I did my research, it was proven. It gave me the time I wanted. The income was amazing. The lifestyle was even better. I jumped in. We built it in about 2 years, a little over 2 years, and sold it for 8 figures. And now that income, we're rolling into other businesses now as well. So again, I don't want to talk forever. So just know, if you're looking into a venture, I would tell you, don't be a pioneer in a new venture. Don't risk your family's time and money in trying to jump into something like that if you don't fully understand it. If it's a great idea, wait and watch for it to happen. And again, a lot of people would disagree with me on this, but again, I'm conservative. So if you're following me, listening to this, just know that all of my methods are very, very conservative, keeping in mind my family, my time, and me wanting to mitigate risk as much as I can. So again, with that said, thank you for following. Thank you for all the comments, for all the questions, all the DMs. Again, if you have friends and family that are trying to get into business, or that are already in business and trying to figure out how to make things work, share this group with them, invite them to join us so that they can give their input or questions. I'd love to hear from them, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. Thanks for following. Go out there, be business hackers, and I will see you on the next one. How's it going, Biz Hackers? Hope all is going well. I just wanted to record this video that I told you I would do yesterday. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Doing good, man.